Good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster and I'm touching base with you as I always do. I was just trying to wait for the cars to go away and the sirens. Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York. How's everyone doing? It's Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster. And also, today is what? Today is Tip Tuesday. So, what are we going to be talking about today? We are talking about how to take Mother's Day smartphone photos for the holiday because this weekend coming up is Mother's Day. Any of you guys doing anything special for Mother's Day? Well, how many people are going out doing anything special? I'm just going to have a quiet time. I'm going to just go out and visit my mom for a little bit and then come back home. I think is it supposed to rain here in New York? I think I heard rain for this weekend. I don't know. Maybe on Gwendolyn GR Houston. Jack is in the building. Rashawn is in the building with her good morning. And I see Bryson is in the building. What's up, Ron? What's up, RLP fam? Happy Taco Tuesday, the day after Met Gala. Yes, I will have some tacos probably this evening after I go to the Lincoln Center for the Chamber Music Society event tonight. I'll be there. What's going on? Jamel Shabazz is in the building. Says good morning, family. And who else is in the building? Bryson, I know you were in it when it came to the gala last night, the Metro Gala. If you are looking for photos, the photos from the night, you can check on news. I think it's Newsday. I think it's Newsday has an USA Today. USA Today has an incredible spread of the photography of the people. Let me see if I can bring that up. I wasn't planning to do that, but let me. USA Today Met Gala. It was interesting. They had some really cool clothes. I mean, people were really dressed in the yards, as they say. Rashawn says, I'm relaxing on Mother's Day. Yeah. Bryson says, yes, he was. He was totally in it. Bryson says to Gwendolyn, what's up? And yes, also, I see Aya says, good morning. Happy Taco Tip Tuesday. Tip today. So there we go. There we have it. But yeah, there's some great photos. Let me see if I can bring these up because I thought they were really cool. I won't do the videos, but make Wells, the Parks, later stuns, highlights. There it is. I think this is the highlights. This is it. This is what I was looking for. And it's really, they did a good job. USA Today, check out, go to their page. And I'm going to just, I don't think I get in trouble as long as it's not a video. So let's see, I'm going to share my little screen here. For those that missed it, I was like, yo, these folks, think about the folks that had to show up with the dollars because they paid some good money to go to this event. And yeah, look at it's 131 photos of all of these great outfits. The photographers did an amazing job. So if you love photography, you love fashion photography, let me pop that off the screen. But look at that. These dresses were absolutely stunning. All the movie stars were there, all the entertainers. I think it was what, seven. What was the numbers? Was it 75? Was it 7,500 or was it 75,000? What was the number? I know it was one of those 7.5s. The cost. I know Bryson gave us that information yesterday. But yeah, great photography. Beautiful work. And again, if you want to see some photography, go on to the wonderful USA Today and go under Gala 2024 highlights, and you'll send Zendaya, Gigi Hadid, and Bloom and Garden Theme, plus what you didn't see. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole article. It is worth seeing. So check it out if you're into fashion and just to play with fashion. That's what this is about. Uh, I see in here. Oh, 7,500. Okay, so it was 7,500. Thank you. That was the ticket price for the night. And I see here. Amparo says Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Let me remove that. And I see Derek T. Tuggle is in the building. The Tuggle is in the building. Kim Kimmy's in the building as well. The group is here. And Hannah says, my son is flying in from Chicago to take me out to brunch. Aww. Anyone else doing anything special for Mother's Day? And, Mother's Day is one of those tricky holidays because some folks don't have their moms with them today. And so condolences and for those people that don't have their moms with them. And but yeah, let me just change this. I'm changing my phone so my little beeps keep popping off. So, but yeah, it's sometimes Mother's Day is tough on some folks. And then some folks they don't have their moms, but they have such fond memories of their mom, that it brings them joy just to think about them. And so there's many emotions that I've experienced on Mother's Day. But Mother's Day is coming up on this Sunday. And so today we're going to talk about photography to help that day, to help you on that day. Again, let's see. What else are you guys doing on Mother's Day? How many of you are mothers in the building? How about that? Raise your hands. Give me a hand raise if you are a mom. If you are a mom in the building, raise your hand. I would like to know all the mamas in the building. Like Hannah, we know Hannah's a mama. We know Amparo's a mama. Amparo says, very hard for me. Mother's Day hasn't been the same for years. See, I know. I have friends that have lost their parents or lost their moms, and it is not easy on this weekend coming. Kim says she will be enjoying a brunch. Oh, Hannah enjoying your brunch. She was about Hannah. Okay, and but how many moms in the building? Mom Club, Amparo. Okay, got that. Mom Club is Amparo. Cool. So, yes, let's celebrate our moms, whether they're with us here on earth or with us in spirit. They are still with us because the ancestors never leave us. The ancestors never leave us. So always remember that. Okay, so should I just dive in? Should I just go and dive into the lesson today so we can just really talk and expand upon it? I think we're going to do that. I'm not going to go into the news headlines because we'll do that on Thursday with Chris. But there's so much in the news, and I am so tempted to go there. But no, we're going to talk photography. We're going to talk photography because today is Tip Tuesday, and it is so nice when we can just dive into it. Okay, so let's do that. If you're just joining, it's Tip Tuesday, and here we go. We're going to start on the lesson. We're going to go right into it. How to take Mother's Day smartphone photos. How many of you guys will be using your cameras this Sunday or this weekend? How many plan to be using their cameras, their smartphones this weekend? So now this does say smartphone photos, but this applies to all cameras. But because most of the people in this community will be using their smartphone to be taught to photograph their family members celebrating the day, or moms will be home with their families and with their kids They may want to do some selfies and do some photos. So just wanted to give you guys some ammunition to arm you to take better photos on this Mother's Day weekend, especially when a lot of you will be using your cameras. Rashawn says, I will. There you go. Rashawn says, I will. There you. Who else? Anyone else going to be using their cameras this weekend? Hey, Mr. B is in the building. What's going on, Brian? Brian Young Creative is in the building. So good to see you. So good to see you. Okay. So, okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next slide. Oh, you know what? Okay, I can keep that up there. It's not interfering. Okay, everything's in the right position. Capturing the essence of Mother's Day through smartphone photography can be both fun and rewarding. Here are some tips to help you take beautiful photos that celebrate the occasion. Okay, here we go. One, can I just say something? I was talking to, well, I always need help when I'm doing this stuff and creating lesson plans and all that stuff for you guys. And you're going to notice a lot of these slides that I'm going to be showing you. I was really shocked that the stock photos have become more diverse. It used to be so hard to find diversity in photo stock, like the stock photos, when you do slide presentations. I just wanted to bring that to your attention that I was really pleased with some of these photos that are going to be part of this lesson. Okay, find good lighting. Natural light is your best friend. Take photos in soft, diffused daylight for the most flattering shots. Here's a couple of thoughts on that. Right? Natural light. Like, I love natural light. It is my thing. When I do photo shoots, I try to do as much natural light as possible. However, sometimes my clients, for whatever particular look they're trying to get, I will get them, I will use the flash once in a while. And some forms of natural lighting can be used. Like, for instance, I always I like to tease you guys with the pizza box. So think about the light is beautiful outside. You want the sun behind the person or the subject, your mom or your kids or whatever. Do you know you can just go and, I know this sounds crazy and corny, but it is something that's resourceful for we photographers. I learned this from a photographer that's been in the business for decades. If there's a pizza place nearby, you can go to the pizza place and ask them for a pizza box. And the reason why is because most pizza boxes are white. So what does that mean with using a pizza box as a reflector? So the light, the person is in front, the subject is in front of you, the sunlight is behind them. You can take a pizza box and put it in front of you. It will bounce the light off the pizza box or any white surface. You can even use a white fabric, whatever. It will reflect the light into the face of the subject. And then that's what we call diffused daylight. It gives you a more flattering look when you're doing these Mother Day photos. So maybe you're having a pizza day with your mom. Go get the pizza box. But not only that, you can use reflectors. I always like to do also in the city, here in New York City, we have wonderful, beautiful skyscrapers and buildings. And a lot of buildings in New York City are limestone and they're white or they're concrete. A nice way to get some good light, diffused light, light that is soft so that the sun is not on your face. Like you don't want the sun to be on the person's face because they start squinting. You can see all of the flaws in the skin because the sun, or what we call overexposure. You can look for some bouncing light off of buildings, or maybe it's the bouncing light off your house. Look for the bouncing light, the light that is bouncing off of a white surface. And that's going to give you some beautiful diffused daylight for the most flattering shots. Next one. Focus on details. Capture the small things that make the day special, like a close-up of your mother's hands or the texture of a cake. I'll take it further. Close-up of your mom's face with the earrings. Maybe she has family heirloom earrings on. Maybe she had, maybe your mom is older and you want to take pictures of her ring and her wrinkled hands, because wrinkled hands are beautiful, right? Go deeper than just the obvious. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of mom. That's kind of obvious. I'm going to take a picture. Mom's going to take a picture of the kids. That's kind of obvious. But maybe there's some off stuff, like some things that you would, like we call it the details. Like, for instance, like wedding photographers think about. They think about the pendant, the girdle thing, that little, that goes around the, I don't know, is it called, I forgot what it's called, the little leg thing that goes around the thigh, or it's the cufflinks on the guy's tuxedo, or it's the flower on the lapel. I mean, and they take pictures of all these little details to represent the day, to tell the story of the day. So you may have a smartphone, but you can start thinking like a photographer, meaning, how do I tell my story? I want to tell the story of Mother's Day. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about, hey, let me tell the story of Mother's Day? So again, look for the things that are not so obvious. Look for the details of the day. Maybe it's your husband is saying, or your partner saying, you know what, instead of you driving today, I'm going to drive. And then you take pictures of him with his hands on the steering wheel. You'd be surprised how beautiful those shots are. And you can put them in black and white. And then not only that, put them on your wall later, because you took pictures of the details as well. Shoot, you may even just use them for stock photos. It can do a lot with them. Okay, moving right along. Use portrait mode if your phone has a portrait mode. Use it to create a beautiful bokeh effect that makes your subject stand out. Now, most of our phones today have portrait mode. You just go in, it just has regular mode. It'll say photo, and usually the next one over is portrait. And portrait mode gives you that nice soft background, but keeps the person in focus, crisp and clear. How you doing? I am Miss Reese is in the building. How you doing? Okay, so use that portrait mode, and then your photos are going to start to look like, hey, you know what? I got this thing. You'll be surprised how much your photography will improve just by changing your setting on your camera, moving it from the normal photo to now putting it into portrait mode. Portrait mode can make some really nice photos. Okay, next. Avoid, you've heard me say this 1,000 times. Avoid the digital zoom. Instead of zooming in, Try to get closer to your subject to maintain image quality. And we've talked about this before, is that when you use your digital zoom and you zoom out and zoom in with your fingers, that's not a real zoom. That's a digital interpretation of what it's seeing. And so the picture always gets a little distorted, a little foggy, a little like pixelated. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look crisp. It is better to take the photo in regular format, in regular mode, and then crop in editing to maintain the integrity of the picture. So avoid the digital zoom. Instead of zooming in, get close to your subject to maintain the image quality. We've had this. For some of y'all, this is just a repeat, but it's good to be reminded. Here's another reminder. If you've been following me with all these Tip Tuesdays over these months, maybe now 2 years, you know I say this one over and over and over again. Clean your lens. I can't tell you how. Remember, I tell you the story that I was in when I was in Austin, Texas, and we're all sitting around the table and we're all eating our food. And then next thing you know, someone says, I got a question about photography. Yes, I have a question. When you're the photographer in the room, folks are going to have questions for you. So they were like, Ron, how come I keep getting foggy pictures? Why are my pictures so look like they got smoke in them? Why are my pictures so blurry? Why? And then I went and said, do you got one of these? And they were like, what's that, Ron? A lens cleaner. I have lots of them, lots of them. They're everywhere. They're in bags, they're in books, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Because these camera lenses get dirty. You just got to give it a nice on a circle, or, always circle, and just give it a nice circle, and then take the picture. Take the picture, but make sure your lens is clean. I had a neighbor, every time I saw his pictures, it just drove me insane because he never cleaned his lens. I was like, yo, dude, clean your lens. Your photography will improve 100% if you will just simply clean your lens. Okay, next. Explore different angles. You heard me say this one. Don't just shoot from eye level. Try different perspectives for a more interesting composition. Right? Shoot from below, as in shooting up. Shoot from above, as in shooting down. Get to the side. Go to left, go to right. Don't put them in the center of the frame. Put them to the left, to the right. Create some angles, right? Make the composition interesting. Don't just shoot people. In today's world, I shouldn't be saying don't shoot people, right? Don't photograph people straight on. Sometimes you want to do that, obviously for portraits, but change, mix it up a little. Mix it up a little. Okay, next. Edit wisely. Edit wisely. So we have lots of apps out there, y'all. We have lots of apps. Your phone has editing tools. Your phone has editing tools. And there are beautiful tools like Lightroom, Photoshop, Snapseed, which is my favorite because it's free. and it does an amazing job on your smartphone. If you have a smartphone, I don't know why, because I've always mentioned it. If you haven't heard it, I'm going to mention it again. Snapseed, Snapseed, Snapseed is excellent for editing your photos, with especially the photos of your smartphone. Okay, so make sure you use your editing apps, enhance your photos, but keep it subtle to maintain the natural beauty of the moment. Don't oversaturate. Don't over contrast, unless you're trying to tell a story that way. I mean, you can do what you want to do, but don't overdo it when you are editing your photos. Try to keep it natural. Any questions up to this point? Any questions? Any questions out there? This is a quiet room today. No chatting when we do it. It's interesting on Tip Tuesdays. No one really chats. You guys are just listening. That's good. Okay, next one. And I say this as an event photographer. Capture emotions. Mother's Day is all about love and appreciation. So focus on capturing these emotions in your photos. That's right. When you see someone laughing, photograph it. When you see someone even crying, photograph it. When you see someone full of joy, photograph it. When you see someone in contemplation and just thinking, photograph it. It's 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 that broad range of emotions that happen on Mother's Day. And you can share your story more effectively by capturing all of the emotions, especially when you're gathered with family. If you're gathering with family and it's a lot of, aunts and uncles and cousins, and yeah, capture the emotions. Next one. Speaking of family, include the family. If possible, take group photos to capture the family together, or candid shots of interactions. It makes a difference. So you get individual shots, you get shots with the family, you do a mixture. It is important to include pictures of the family as you tell your story for your Mother's Day. Okay, let's move on. Tell a story. Think of a photo series that tells a story of the day, from morning preparations to the end of the celebration. Right? Think about it. You wake up in the morning, you may want to document it, especially families that are just starting out, right? The little kid is maybe 1 or 2 years old, 3 years old, and you want to take pictures of mama she's laying in bed, and you want to take photos of her, maybe, as she's waking up or as she's sleeping, and then now she's getting breakfast in bed, and then she's getting dressed, and you're taking pictures of her getting dressed, and then you're going for a walk, she's going to go out, take pictures, document the day. I see here. There's life in the building. Cass says, like taking candid pics. That's right. That's right. It is good to take candid pics. Good. So capture the day. Don't just, if you're getting in the car and packing up, ready to go see the family, ready to go see grandma, ready to go see auntie, all the moms in your life, photograph the day. You'll have something to look back on. Okay, here's the next one. Remember, the best photos come from genuine moments. So, while it's good to have these tips in mind, don't forget to enjoy the day and make memories with your mother. Happy Mother's Day photography. Any questions? It's Q&A time. Do you have any Q&As? This is your time to ask me anything you want. Well, anything pertaining to, well, you can ask me whatever you want. Just right. But remember, it's about enjoying the day. So don't get so caught up in taking the pictures. Take time to enjoy the moments. Okay. Did anyone learn anything today? Was that useful? Was that useful today? Was that useful? Okay. Okay. What time is it? We're early. Look at this. We're early. I guess now we can talk politics. Maybe it's better to do it early on, right? We get the lesson out the way, and then people can like go and scurry to what they need to do. And because I'm not just recording this for you guys that are here with me live. There are gonna be people that are gonna watch this all throughout the day. Remember, we are going to be on Indie Soup, which is making more traction, 6.3 thousand. Okay, let me give you some of these. I gotta use some of my banners. You know how we roll. I can stop presenting. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. And here's some banner time. It's banner time, y'all. It's banner time. What should we be doing? Let me get rid of this. If you enjoy this, make sure you do the what? The like and subscribe and share. Make sure you do that. The greatest compliment you can give to anyone that is a content creator is to like their work by hitting that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Yeah, you can do the hearts, but the thumbs up. The thumbs up. And let people know that you appreciate them. Every time I'm on someone's platform, I always hit the thumbs up. Okay. Also, you can find us on Touch Base Daily on YouTube, or you can just simply put in at Ron Lewis Photos. And then also, you can find me on Instagram. Speaking of the Instagram folks, are you guys out there? Are there any folks in the Instagram room? Most of you folks are here. Most of the Instagram folks are here. But if you happen to be on Instagram, come on over to Touch Base Daily on YouTube. You get a better experience. Okay, so follow us on that. And TikTok, you can find us at, again, all these are under Ron Lewis Photos. You can find me in all of these areas. And also on Facebook under Ron Lewis Photos. So there you have it. And if you want to have private lessons in this field of photography, a basic photography 101 virtually, you reach out to me and we will teach and work at your speed. So using either smartphones or your DSLRs or your mirrorless. Yes, we will do that. We will do that. Okay. No questions. I can't believe you guys are quiet today. Holy moly. I guess it was, well, what can I say? What can I say? Okay. Do y'all want to dive into some politics? Do you want to dive into some politics of what's going on today? Okay, I guess maybe we'll do it. I did not plan to do that, but if you guys want to talk politics, we can do that. Thank you, Dr. Tachi. She says this was great information. Thank you. Someone is listening. Someone is participating. Okay, so do we get any stars for participation for today? It looks like it's the ties between Kaz and Dr. Tachi. So you guys get a star today for class participation. Okay, cool. And I think that's it. Look, this is going to be a short one. This is going to be a short Touch Base Daily. So we'll do some announcements also. Just so you know, we will have our Patreon class on the third Thursday of this month. So we'll be doing that. The lesson, don't know exactly what my lesson is going to be. So we'll be doing that. We're just going to have a free for all and just have a conversation on what you may want to know about photography. Aya, thank you, Aya. She says, thank you for the important tips. Okay, there's another person. Okay. I know that sometimes this comment box is a little slow. there is some kind of delay sometimes because I know with some people are like, I'm putting my stuff in the comment box, but it's not showing up. So that's why I don't I don't panic. I just wait for you guys to put it out there. Oh, there's a question. There's a question. G says, any suggestions on printing those Mother's Day images? Ooh, that's a good one. There are lots of platforms to to print. There are companies like Shutterbug. I use, let me just go there. Let me show you what I use. And they usually have really cool stuff. I mean, this is what I use for my everyday photos, like my everyday photos. This is a good question. So I'm going to take you there. Here's a good company that I like, and their work is absolutely amazing. Nation Labs. Hold on a second. Nation Labs. Am I get that right? Mm, okay, let's see if it pops up. Something will come up there. There we go. Here we go. So I use this, and they always have sales, especially like Mother's Day, especially like here. You see here. This is Nations Photo Lab. It is my first go-to for like just stuff like if I print for Etsy, or this is not something I use for my like high-end clients, but it is like for my everyday stuff. I do believe the elephant that's behind me was printed by Nations Photo Lab. Also over here with the volcano for my gallery showings, I use Nations Photo Lab. So they're really helpful, really good printing service. We also have here in New York City, Adorama. They have a printing department here in New York City that is also nationwide. It's called Adorama. I'll take you to that as well. But yeah, and you can get all kinds of stuff on Nation Labs. You can get you know, wall art. So this is where I do print. Oh, that was a good question. That was a good question. Again, I mean, think about this. Look, you can get 25% or our most popular photo print sizes. Let me just take you to some of that. Let me just let's see if I can open up one of these. Pop that open. And then you just go in and you can just get these photos all printed from your Mother's Day. And again, they have the chat with us. If you have questions on the side, you can get them in luster, glossy, and pearl. Most people get the glossies if you're into like exhibition, putting everything in a frame. But there's also luster, which is really nice. It's like a in between, and pearl is like high end. So it's a high end paper. It's a higher quality. I do also think pearl has like the archival feel to it. So check it out. It has a lot of information here, but definitely that's a good question. Okay, let me take you also to Adorama. Here in New York, they have theirs that I also use. And print. Oh, there it is. Adorama Pix is called it's now called Print. Nice. And so you see, everyone's geared up. Everyone's geared up for Mother's Day, and so they have their thing going on. Let me pop this off here. Okay, come on. Pop in, click, click. It's not clicking. Okay. I can't get off the landing page. It won't let me get off the landing page for some reason. Okay. I hate when people trap you in there. But for some reason, the X is not working. Okay. But yeah, so you can check out Adorama, which is called Printique. Printique, Printique. They are also good. Here it is, Printique. And so that I use them as well for my clients. on some projects that I'm working on. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah, okay. Cass said that was a see, look at that. Cass says great question. And and then there's a lot of other high end like for my I'll just give it to you guys. For my high end clients, I do white wall and white wall is a German company and I mean, like, they have a lot you can do, like, glass, put your prints on glass, put it on aluminum, put it on, metal, put it on you can print it as big as, uh, 10 feet by 12 feet. Yeah, so this is, like, really high end. You will find that a lot of the big photographers, in New York City, they use white wall for a lot of their gallery shows, or if they have gallery prints that are in galleries, they use white wall. So it's another great company. And again, like I said, you can get it in prints, and they have the ultra HD photo print. It's really high end. But it is so worth it when you are talking about your best projects. So if you have your best projects at hand, you will probably want to print it on using white wall. And again, like I said, there's other labs out there, but this is one of the top labs in the country. And but they're based in Germany. And for those that live in New York City, they do have a showroom in Soho, and I often go there to the showroom because they have a gallery where they show off a lot of photos that use their product. Okay, so and also you don't have to. They do it in Canva. Sorry, Canva, Canvas. They they do Canvas. They do photo prints. They do what do you call it? G G G Gicly Jigle, which is usually for our exhibitions that I use. That's what I use that for exhibitions, black and whites, gifts. Like you can get gifts like these little trinkets here, like these little glass acrylic photo blocks. Really good stuff. It is one of my favorite places to go for gifts for clients and gifts for people that I want to kind of like step their game up in the photography world. Okay, so I gave you just three. I gave you better, best, and exceptional. That's what we call in marketing. Better, best, and exceptional. So you can start with National Photo Labs. You can go with Adorama Printique, and if you want the top of the food chain, go to White Wall. Okay, beautiful stuff they have there. Metal, acrylic. It's insane what you can do with this white wall. Okay, has any other questions? We got time. We got time. Hey, Elise is in the building. Good morning, Elise. And see, that's good. That was a good one. Cass says, yes, great question. Thanks. And oh, here's a question. Dr. Tachi says, have you ever used fractured for glass prints? I don't even know what Fractured is. Is Fractured a company? Fractured, is that a printing company? Let me see. I don't know what that is, but oh, I think I've seen them on TV. Hold on a second. Nope. Hold on a second. Fractured prints. Prints on glass. There we go. There it is. It is. I never used them before. Oh, they have fractured glass prints with white wall. Is that what you're talking about? In its association to white wall? Yeah, I use the ones I've posted. I've done a lot of my wildlife photos on fractured glass. Yes. But yeah, I didn't even know it was called fractured glass. We just call it the acrylic prints. Yeah. Okay. Don't know exactly what. Okay, I have to check that out. But look how big these prints are you can get. Okay, anyway, I get sidetracked. Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, there is an actual company called Fractured. Hmm. I don't see them coming up on. It just says fractured picture printing on glass. And they go back to and it goes back to white wall. Don't know what it is. Fracture Me, I see. FractureMe.com. That's another company. We print your photos directly on glass. Maybe, are you talking about Fracture the company? Okay. Anyway, there we go. If it's that, let me share it with you. Hold on a second. There, this is called Fractured. Fracture. We print your photos directly on glass. So I always use white wall for it, but I've never used it on. And I didn't know it was another company. Okay, I'll check into this. You just gave me another option. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Yes, Fracture Me. There we go. There it is. Okay, there we go. There we go. So where it is, Fracture Me. FractureMe.com print/print. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Tachi. That was good. Okay. Let's see what time it is. Okay, it's 12:04. Any one more? Got time for one more question. One more question before we go out. Okay. And how about those Knicks? No, I'm just kidding. When there's silence in the room, you just say, "Oh, what about those Knicks?" Anyway, just say, I had a question about long-term storage. What long-term storage? Now, are we talking about cloud storage or are we talking about prints that have been printed and you're going to store them? Or are we talking about a particular type of print? Ah, G says, I've had digital images degrade over time. It does happen. Yes. I do not know. I know that Adorama, because I've been in their store, I shop there. Adorama, and I'm sure B&H here in New York has they have types of storage for photos. I don't know the names of them. Maybe someone in the room is, if Jamel is still in the building, maybe he knows. I don't, because he has a lot of old prints. I don't know. I don't know offhand. I do know that there are particular cases that are airtight that people put them in. So that I do know, but I don't know what they're called. And I do know that they sell them at the bigger stores like B&H. You can look under, I'm sure. If I go to B&H right now, which is in my computer, let me just go there real quick. B&H. B&H right there. Here we go. And I can just kind of okay, here we go. Photography. There we go. So let's do it together. How about that? We can do it together. And so you can go in here and go into photo storage, and it will give you all this listings. See here? So they do have it, and it's by different companies. Okay? So all those that want to keep their family pictures safe, especially if you print them, you can get photo storage boxes, photo storage pages. Yeah, so they have a bunch of different items here. Media storage boxes, archival boxes. Okay, so check it out. You can get some of these, and they're not expensive at all. So there you have it. There you have it. Did that help, Miss G? Did that help, G? Okay. I oh my go-to source is, oh, I know it sounds is B&H or Adorama. But and both deliver all over the country. So you don't have to live in New York to buy something from B&H. As a matter of fact, sometimes when you go on Amazon and you purchase from Amazon, it will come from B&H or Adorama. If you didn't know that, now you know. Okay, I'm out of here. It's gonna be an early day. I'm trying to make sure we get all the questions asked and answered. Okay, I think that's it. So, guys, enjoy your Tip Tuesday. Have some fun. And I think that's it. We're going to get out of here. Later. Later, folks. Okay, where's my sound? Where's my sound? Bye.